Hello and welcome to the American Richu Mahjong League. This is Korak. I'm joined by David. How you doing?
Hello, this is quite the table we're going to be seeing here. I would not want to be part of that table.
Well, hopefully it'll give some good viewing anyway. I could see this going all sorts of different directions. And interestingly, speaking of different directions, that definitely how the point spread has been. Barry and Amy sitting up in fourth and fifth place in excellent position to at least get some points of even playing for the title. First is Jerry, isn't that far out in front. Max is in the slight negatives trying to avoid demotion, but right now the line is way down in the triple digits. And Noel has just had a miserable season. The results haven't been that bad, but those fourths have been horrors.
Gosh,
And Roth,
Jerry's.
and well, that's a starting hand.
Huh. I want to say Honitsu, but are you up for dropping the Dora for Honitsu?
Not yet. I think that Amy's going to play this as is and see what happens. Well, that's seven. I just cut the nine now. Could go three if you're really greedy. But yeah, okay. Just going to play it as it is. Maybe even Dorotonki, who knows? Well, she gets super greedy. No, it doesn't take the Daiming cut. On the right, we have a Haku pair. A few other pairs. Could be Toy Toy, could be Chi Toy. Could just be a regular hand with the Haku across the way. Ooh, I like that hand too. Seven Mondora indicator would really help. Potential Richi Pinfu Ipeco Dora 1. Well, that kind of kills off your Ipeco route, but I guess you could draw the 6 or the 9 to make it there. And on the left, nice fill there with the 7. That is Ishunten already.
So dealer hand here, huh? So
I'd
you
call
think?
the South and get the 5-7. Because that way you end up on likely Dorotonki. And I don't really want to cut the 8 unless I feel specifically with this 6, which is so unlikely.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting way to think about it. Because I was just thinking, I like the six pin chi. It's just that I don't know how much I like south here. Like maybe if I kept the nine so or north before, maybe I would call the south. But right now, ooh, that makes it a lot more
Well, we're
weird.
just way behind, and now the question is, what do we do now?
South south.
Could go south. Could even go one so. It doesn't look that bad here. We're gonna go with the south, and there's the draw on the right. It is right by door, so I don't expect it to come out. It may just be Haku Haku, and it is. Across the way, though, we'll just see what'll happen. Ishanten back
Each.
there for Amy, and we have Tempai across the way. Ricci Pinfu Door 1, 5 so, 8 so. Let's take a look at these weights. The 5-8 is what? Uh-oh. There it goes.
Oh,
Reach Pinfu Door 1. No Ipatsu, of
39.
course, because of the break, but we'll get 3,100 and those two sticks max out to the early lead.
See, I was gonna say if Sixten comes out, Amy's most definitely a style that would cheat that for Tenpai and Dorotanki.
I mean, Door Tonki, best Tonki. We have to, right?
I mean, the thing is, one thing I've noticed about Amy playing is if Amy has a hand she likes, she doesn't care like if there's three reaches on the board. She's taking Tenpai.
Well, it's working out pretty reasonably for her so far this season. But Barry is dealer here has a nice little Pinfu hand. No real value, though. On the right, Pinfu maybe sort of 3, 4, 5 Sanjiku shift eventually. Also lose Hakudora across the way. Definitely Tanyao. I think it's Richi Tanya. Hardly anything else, honestly. And on the left, mediocre shapes, but probably is Tanya. You do have that floating Haku, but it's likely coming out.
Uh, Good old floating Yakuhai. It's always the question of chicken of how long do you want to keep it, and how long do you think you can keep it until someone pairs it up and it starts getting really dangerous.
Very interesting cut there by Noel going with the 6-0 over the West. It is a safer tile to keep the 6-0, but you'd feel really bad if you get a 5 here. Or if you draw the West, you're honestly not that thrilled with it. I don't really like the cut, but we'll see how it plays out. You do have to greed quite a bit, especially with where Noel is in the standings right now.
I mean, it is Ishanten. Obviously, it's not a really great Ishanten. I'm just wondering if she's thinking. I just oh, well, probably she's keeping that one.
Yes, we'll do so. Now, even Anko on the left with the 6 pin. Could cut Haku, could go, I think 8 pins much more normal here, since you already have the 8-mon pair. Speaking of pairs, dealer draws another one, throws it right back. Oh, there's the West. And it's a backfire, kind of, but not really. It'd be one left. You have to remember, the West was the first discard there on the left, so it's not that good a tile.
It's more of a just half safe tile you want to keep because you're pretty much sure what your blocks are. Ugh. I
Well,
guess you
out
keep
goes the
3 pin.
Dora, and now we have Ishunton across the way. Can't call this for Tempai, Tanya Nomi, but looking for a little bit more. 5. Ooh, that's a huge draw. Possibly Pico upgrade. Should be 3 pin here.
3 pin. Yeah.
3 pin's by far the wisest Ishunton.
Yeah. 4 pin. That's
That is a
cool.
Sononko play. I don't like it with the 7 already having come out, but if it's a good read in the wall, we'll see it.
That's a really wow. I would not have the guts to go for Sanamko with that hand.
Well, we see a Chi on the left. Now, very wide Ishunton. Just for that Tanya, though. 5 could cut the 2 here and hedge the Sononko, Tanya. Nope, throws it back, plays efficiency. You feel it's late, and the 5 show's already 1 out, so it's not that good as a pair. There's the 8. This will be called down, and then it's Senpai on the left for 3, so 6. So bunch of those already used in hands, though. I see 3 3s out and 3 6s, so 2 outs left. Meanwhile, Everness is trying to get Senpai. Oh, there's another 3 so on the left.
5 show drop probably because 5 show is actually on the
Have to
board.
call this. 100% have to call that 3 on. I hate the pass. You're never getting any value on this, so it's more defensive play. Not really worried about the 2 so here. But we have Tempai on the right for Ichinomi 3 mon, 6 mon. Of course, 3 of those across the way and 1 3 just discarded. But that means there are 4 still on the wall. Really unweighted. There's one of them. Will it be a Patsu?
Well, I don't know if Amy wants to fold this.
Yes, it is. Richie Patsu. No aura, so it doesn't hurt a ton, but 2,600. Max will extend the lead, and Amy will sink a little bit more. We're in East 3.
Feels very cheap to only deal into 2,600 there.
Well, when you're dealing to reach your pots, that's about the best case you can hope for.
Yeah.
All right, dealer has a potential cheat toy. Kind of hard to be too much else. Later, a Pinfu maybe, but the fast hand appears to be on the right with the Haku Pon. Has a couple other reasonable calls, one so being one of them. The question is, how much do you greed? I think 8 pin makes a lot of sense here. You could cut one of the honors, and this could be the play. Cross the U2 is a great draw. That's not Ishunten. Farichi, maybe Pinfu. And on the left, decent shapes there for Ricci, Pinfu, maybe Adora. Tuso. That's actually not a good draw. We'll cut the 5-3.
I'm wondering, is there ever Sanshoku here? But I don't think it's ever worth going for that Sanshoku.
Yeah, that's kind of how I view it. Is there a level of 2-4 Sanshku chase when you just say, hey, you're playing too much like Nathaniel?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's more of it. Nathaniel made people think about 2-3-4 Sanshoku more, and people are doing better because of it. Maybe?
Well, some are, some crashed and burned, but hey, that's how everything works, isn't it? Regardless, we have Tempai across the way. This is Dama on the 3-so. Not a believer on Sanzo, which we know is only 1 left.
Yeah, that's a hand that you're like, okay, I'll take Tempai, but I'm not gonna take this Ricci until I get either, I guess.
Ooh, 4 mon's a really wide Ishunten. You
But
do have the potential backfire cutting it with the 2 mon. There's an argument to have cut the 2-so the previous turn.
yeah, I guess it's a question of like pretty much. Are you really gonna wait for like how many improvements are there? Like 6-so and 5-so are your 2 improvements, I guess.
Yeah, that's basically it. Ooh, possible Toy upgrade on the right, and we see 2 Dora. This is now potentially Haku, Toy, Dora 3.
Preferably wants a 5-so, which is 2 in the wall.
Yeah, they're both live. Oh, the 1 pin. So much for the cheat toy. Just throws it back. It's not even considering it.
Ah, I wonder that. But I guess when you have no Dora, Chitoy is a bit more defensive than Toy Toy.
There it is. Wilsh will be a reach. He probably waiting in the east. I'd wait in the east. And it is
LA
the Jigoku Tonki Chitoy. One of the most disgusting hands known to mankind.
cheap though.
Well, if it's not Ipatsu. Okay, doesn't look like it will be.
I don't think Noel should really fold this. I don't like 2-pin
You
looks
just don't have
bad.
any info. Your choice is 9-9 here.
I don't
But
believe
two
that.
pin's a hard shove if you're throwing it. There really isn't anything else. It does
Eh,
fold out. It says it's either reach, you're not going to play with it.
I think I'm not a fan of this because I'm a big fan of saying I have Dora, you be afraid of me.
Oh, Tempai restored across the way. Still waiting on that 3-so. Must sumo it. That is not a win. There's our ace. There's a Jigoku
Ah!
Tanki. Riichi Jitoitsu. Or a 2. A huge hit. And Mac in great position now. Noel takes a 12,000 deal on the Jigoku Tanki Chitoitsu with Ura 2.
Ow.
But you can't really expect that to be there. Ow. Well, off that, we have a repeat here for Max, and he's already in pretty good shape. Potential Pinfu here. Could even be an Itsu, depending on what gets drawn. Ooh, well, now just Ishunten. Super wide, it's headless on the right. Pinfu hand, kind of slow. 8-mon would really help. Across the way, that's definitely a Tanya, but you have the 1-3-3-5-5. I think you just draw 3 or 5, or even a 4, and it gets you a pretty good tempi. On the left, that also looks like a Tanya.
Where's
But
Dora?
dealer with by far the best hand. That is not one of the tempi draws, though. 9-1 pair up on the right. Still pretty slow. Trying to greed the 7-9 Sanshoku. And the
Yeah.
1-mon goes out. So this is also a Chitoitsu hedge now.
Would you open up there for 1K?
No. At 23.5, no. Or at least
Ah.
not yet. Like if we're turn 10 or
Eat.
15, then maybe. But dealer says that's why you don't do it. I'm Tempai. Richinomi. 6-pin, 9-pin, 4 left in the wall.
Noelle has that 9-pin that just can never leave her hand and really can never be used.
Yeah, that's the problem. 3-so indicates it's likely just fold though.
Yeah, especially considering how Noelle also drew that rogue Dora West, which is just impossible for her to use without. I
I
guess
like
there is.
throwing the one back. Yep, it goes out. Another 6 is drawn. 6 is now dead. Just 2 9-pin left. Haku isn't anything. The problem here Noel has is the Shaw's the Dora.
Yeah, because I think she's having an idea that maybe she can try to remake Crown as a Cheetoy? Maybe that's the closest way?
No, just trying to fold this out, I think. There are some odd Tanya routes, but the Dora just really blocks most of your options.
Yeah. And
Everything's bad here.
don't.
There's the 9, deals in. Ricci, we'll see if there are any Ura. 1 Ura, 3,900 in the home up, 4,200. Max extends lead over 50,000. We are in East 3 again.
Well,
Bit
it's
of a
just tied
run
to Ura.
building. I can just hit Ura. If you can sumo, great, but I mean, Ura will fix the problem pretty well. Max has a medium speed Pinfu and a floating 9-pin door, which isn't ideal, and a couple Yakoi floaters on the right. Very slow Pinfu hand, maybe something in Pinzu. Across the way, Itsu in Pinzu, maybe 79 Sanshigu, and on the left, not that far from Tempai, but there's 0 value. Yeah, that's already
So,
an Ishunten and isn't even taken.
so the question with Amy's hand is always the question of which one should we commit to,
Gee.
Itsu or Sanshoku?
Well, the 1-2-3 Sanjigu is committed to by Noel there with the Tuso call. We'll need a 2-pin and a 3-mon. There is an Itsu, but it's much harder.
Yeah, I can
Okay, the
see.
play is Sanchiku Ishun 10 across the way for Sanchiku door 1.
Yep, I guess Itsu is a bit more awkward because you don't have a pair other than that 5 pin right now.
Ooh, that's an upgrade. May end up just taking the Ricci door 1 if you draw 6, so I think the Ryokan upgrade is quite nice. But there's another one of those 7s. There's going to be an important tile in this hand. 3-pin
Wondering.
fits in very nicely. Should be 9 so here.
Yep, on the right there, I'm wondering if that ever becomes Junchan. Maybe if you draw another 9 you go 6 pin for Junchan.
If I draw a 9 mon, I'd strongly consider it. In fact, I just do it, not even consider it, because there's no reason not to. You know, Sanshoku Junshan, it's extra value. And again, Noelle needs points. Sitting there at minus 233 before this game, and then that awful deal in, which I don't think that's her fault at all, but still, ouch.
Yeah, only problem with Noel right now is that 2 pin just is dead. It's essentially just dead.
Yeah, there's only one left. It may be live, you're just not sure if it's in dealer's hand. And then, of course, we know it is in dealer's hand, but from that position, you can't be certain.
Well, I feel like with a lag with 3 pin, if
Oh,
you're reading
there's
that,
Tempai on the right. You have to take it.
I was wondering, do you ever 6 pin and be like, let Junchan or bust?
No, I think you're honestly considering that you may be the only person Tempai right now, which it turns out is actually true. There
Oh,
is another Sanchku, the other terminal side with the 79, 79 versus 23.
both for 2000? 6 pin. I don't think you can keep that.
Yeah, throws it back. You could have argued to just cut the 9 there, but if you're seeing the 79 Sanchku, you'd be reading the 9's actually needed.
It's also because 9 pin is Dora, and I think Noel wants a chance for the
Yeah, you'd
another
like
Dora
the
with it.
value for yourself, of course. Well, there's another template. There's our 8 Sanchoku Door 1. 789 appears to be the superior Sanshoku. Amy gets a few of those points back, still in third place. We head to East 4.
East Dora. That's a fun Dora.
Well, especially if you're dealer, but dealer has a pretty good Tanya hand here. On the right, Pinfu. Pinfu's shape is not very good. Maybe sort of 2 through Sanshoku across the way with a Haku pair. Maybe just call and go, although the first was passed. And there on the left, Max has a Pinfu hand, possible 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku.
Huh. Interesting. Not calling the white dragon there, does that mean that Barry thinks his hand has good value closed?
Well, it's more he doesn't want to go for 1,000, and there's really no value routes unless you end up Dora Tonki or Dora Pair. So Barry is not the type of person who plays aggressively defensively. I know that sounds silly, but who doesn't do bomb defusal.
Yeah, I guess opening for 1k is very sad, so you want to try to do anything to make your hand worth more. That 2-mon could open some Tanyao draws if you want to drop White Dragon here for Tanyao.
Yeah, okay, that is the play.
Yeah, I think this way gives you the most possible values, because you can see it probably at high end, maybe Tanyao people in Sanshoku on 5, 6, 7. Maybe that's the goal here.
I mean, the goal, of course, is just get anything that's worth value. So the 5, 6, 7's a route forward. But I don't think you're calling that either, because that'd be a 2,000 play and you don't have a pair. Yeah, the 7's also passed. Meanwhile, dealer's just e-shunting for this Tanya only. Definitely haven't stopped Noel that it's 1,000. It says, you know what, I need the points. I'm dealer. 1,500 would be fine here.
Wow, look at Amy.
Dora pair on the left.
Yeah, not Amy. Yeah, look at Max's. If that gets to Ricci, that's a disgusting east-south shabo.
Yeah, well, you figure no one's going to throw the East, but the South is just doomed. And of course, Max had the Jigoku Tanki on the Tone earlier, which is a big part of the lead right now. 2-pin, this should be called for Tempai. It is. Waiting on 4-pin. There's only one of those left. Definitely not coming out of the hand on the right, which we haven't talked about, but by the way, it's Suanko Ishanten and Doko Ishanten.
Oh shoot, I didn't see the Doko. I don't think if you're Amy, you're really gonna be folding the. Ooh,
Oh,
that's a
there's a
great
4. That's a
draw.
really nice draw. It should just be Haku here. Yeah,
Yep.
there it is.
That loop is
Now there's a
Sanji
Kabe on the
potential?
1.
Tuso, you push Tuso.
I'd
Or
push
6-pin.
so.
Yeah.
The 6 is safe. Oh, there's the South. And there it goes. Ricci, Dora 2. We said it was a disgusting wait, and Max is definitely cashing in on those. Would certainly move into the positive with this result, 57,700, but we are only in South 1. Amy is dealer here. Hatsu pair. Other than that, not too much. I guess there's some toy routes, but it's kind of a sad hand.
You mean
On the
Chitoi.
right. Well, yeah, I said it was sad. Now it sounds very sad because it does look G-Toy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The difference on opinion of that stupid Yaku. On the right, we have a medium speed pin who had 8 so and 2 so would really help. Across the way, Kokoshi question mark. 5 so definitely indicates Kokoshi. There are some Chanta routes, but it feels like it's a Kokoshi hedge. And on the left, Itsu in Sozu looks pretty good. There's a distant 567 Sonshku, but I think plan A is the Itsu. Okay, we have a Chanta there by Max.
That's a really interesting way of playing this. Okay. I guess with one Dora, I guess you can what do you call it, justify it as Chanta +1 or maybe even Jun-chan depending on how the draws go.
Onemon's actually a pretty bad tile. It's dead right now. It could theoretically connect to something. Oh, well, that's just Tempai for dealer here. The question is, will it be a 9-pin weight or a south weight? Hand does look pretty cheato with those discards. We'll wait on the 9-pin. This is a hard read on the wall.
Now, if you're everyone else in the board, the question is, why did Amy lag dropping the south?
Oh! That would be reasons Korak hates Chitoy #1 right there. Misses the Patsumo dealer Dora 2 chance for a minimum Hanemon, possible Baimon. Tries for the hot read on the 9-pin, but it is significantly worse than the South. The first one did already come out, and there's the second one. I don't see why that would have ever had anything else. That will probably be called for Tempai.
Tanyao +1?
Which one is taken? Yeah, it throws the Suji 7. We have Tempai on 3-pin for Tanya Dora 1. Form 1 honestly doesn't look bad. Yeah.
I guess you don't really want to try 3-pin when you don't have to. Even if 4-7 is a Jamin. It's not
We
even a
hadn't
good
mentioned it,
Jamin.
but we're Tempai on the left for confirmed Itsu, and the 3-pin Tonki wins the hand. 500, 1,000, and the stick, and Amy's going to be kicking herself on this hand. Because if she wins that one, she legitimately... I know we're at the midpoint of the season, but she can legitimately start be playing for the title.
What is that? Ricci, Ipatsu Sumo, Chitoi, Dora 2.
Dora 2. Yeah, so that's 7 Han right there as dealer.
6K all?
6K all brings Max down, puts you in excellent position, knocks Barry down a bit, so you get a little bit of a buffer. Unfortunate there, though. Barry is dealer here in South 2. Few pairs this hand, floating Haku Dora. Could be Toy or Chi Toy, most likely. Sort of set base hand on the right. That's Tanya, if I've ever seen it. You draw the 9-pin, and then you just sigh IRL. Across the way, South pair. Not too much else. Maybe Dortanki. And on the left, that also feels like a Tanyao.
West Phillip is funny here. Sananko chances are now alive, and you could do a very funny Sananko and open for Doratunki.
You can. It's a weird play, but I think I've done it before. Ooh, will the Haku come out now? Nope, goes with the 3, so. This may be called for temp. No, that's not Tempai. Oh, well, that fixes a lot of
Oh,
your problems. Now if the Haku comes out, you just call it. You have to think too hard. It's Kutsuki, you'd cut the 1 Mon, have
probably
6
coming out
Mon,
here.
5 so floater. Oh, yeah, I think it has to come out.
You can't keep that longer. Bon!
Should be 1 Mon, and it is. Now, Ishan 10, possible Toy Toy or even Sun Anko Toy Toy, but 4 Han confirmed.
Well, if we can get
Ishan 10 across the way, improves the shape. Doesn't want to throw the 3, though. Playing a little defensively. Oh, that's Tempai with Toy Toy confirmed. Hanemon on 3 Mon or 5, so Sumo is a Baimon.
Amy
Meanwhile,
tries to
we have
shut it down.
Tempai on the left, waiting on 4 pin. There's technically a 1 deal. Oh, there's the 3. Will be held back. So the 3 is now dead. On the way on the 5, so which is also dead.
Strangely, Amy has more because 4-pin is 3 in the wall?
Looks like it to me. And interestingly, Max knows the Haku is a safe tile, but just hard folding. Doesn't have anything to do with it. That is
That
Tempai
Tempai?
across the way. The 8 is safe. We'll just slam it here, waiting on 7. So 3 of those in Barry's hand, though.
Now the question is Amy will Amy fold?
It's 1 versus 0 versus 2. There's the 4.
Oh!
2 fills out with the 4 pit, and Amy shuts down a couple monster hands here.
How
But
does she do it?
particularly the dealer, just draw the right tile. Easy game. Well, Max going to be dealer here in South 3. Also of note, the only person over 30K right now, so would be getting that juicy plus 20. Has a Hatsu pair and a... Ooh, I want to go Horitsu. Max doesn't. He said, I don't care. On the right, Noel has a Pinfu hand, not really any value. Across the way, very slow Pinfu. Maybe 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku. And on the left, just calls the Chun. Probably just Chunomi.
I mean, you're so close to 3rd place, you might as well just take 1K.
Mon pair up. You do lose a Sanshku here, but yeah, I think 9 shows the normal. You could go 4 pit if you're really greedy, but the Penchon's just sad. 2 Mon across the way, that moves the hand forward. How much do you believe in the Sanshku? The answer is a lot, apparently. 6 is a great floater here. I'd cut 4 pin and say it goes with the 8. I guess you do already have a pair, so that's fine. And now it's just Ishan 10.
Sets up the early Suji trap.
Well, this is the old. If you trust Suji on a 4 or a 6, then you're asking for trouble.
So then, where are the green dragons? Because I don't. Does that 9-man help? Not really.
No. The only reason to keep would be if you really want to cut the 8-9 because you're reading the 7 pin is bad, and I don't think it's that bad here. Look out, and no, it's not bad. Oh, there it is. See? Now the 1 so is dead, so this is only Hatsu. Guaranteed Richi Hatsu Dora 1.
Okay, so who here is a pusher of live green dragon?
Well, you're assuming Max doesn't just draw it himself. He's been doing quite well. There's our template on the right. Richi, Pinfu, Tanyao, 4 Mon, 7 Mon. The 7s are 3 out, and the 4 is live. So this is a huge wave. 5 versus 2 right now.
Surely the 5
There's
wins,
our
right?
Hatsu, one left. There's the 4. Oh, there goes the
Oh,
Hatsu! Takes the Super Wide Ishan and the deals Richi Hatsu, Dora, and the Ura. And Max is just steamrolling this table, now close to 70,000, just 100 off. And we'd have a pretty big fight for 4th place. But Max is trying to run the score up here. Remember, WRC UMA, even with the modified structure we use in ARML, is not a lot. You're not talking 1030. This point would be 20, 0, -5, -15.
I mean, good old, that's the great thing compared to ranked. You can get as many points as you want, and they actually matter.
All right. Well, Max has a pretty slow hand here. Maybe a 4-5 Sanchiku in there somewhere. On the right, that just looks Cheat Toy. Across the way, that's a Tanyao. And on the left, that looks like a medium speed Pinfuan. 3-1 would really help, though. I don't honestly like any of these hands. The best is the one across the way, but even that, I'm not thrilled. It's Ishunten, and a 3-1 would really help and confirm the Peiko. Dora
Ricci.
pair up there for Max.
Well, now
Might
you
just go
have to play.
Hornet too.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh,
Senpai.
there's our 3 Tempai. I imagine you Richi this. The improvements aren't great, especially with the 4 so out like that. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and toss the stick in. It's Richi Ipeco waiting on 6 and another 6 drawn there on the left. So now 2 of those.
I mean, the Ricci is so early that... Oh... Would the Shabo be better? I don't know if you'd even feel much better with the
Onko will
Shabo.
pay now for Max. Definitely incentive to get involved in this hand, especially if say 9-pin comes out. Might even I definitely shove the 5, and I wouldn't even mind shoving the 4.
Yeah, I mean, with Dora 3, what do you have to be afraid of?
Oh, well, just
Oh...
Ishunten now. Well, now you don't have to call anything. You just hope this fills. Another 6 another one drawn there by Barry. Now Ishunten.
This... I mean... This looks like a perfect hand for Max to snipe. Push!
6-mon is Nakasuji, so very easy push there. 5-mon pair up.
Mon.
You see a few 6s, and the 7 came out on the right, so it's not scary at all. Still Ishunten for multiple players here.
That's Tempai.
There's the last one. Slip. There's the 70 Patsu. Richi Patsu, no real value, but a direct hit. And that's going to put Noel into 3rd place, going into all last. Unfortunate there for Amy. I liked the play, but Barry just kept drawing the outs.
Welcome to Mahjong.
Well, Noel, off of that, as mentioned, is in 3rd place now. Has a very good Tanya Emi, 608 Sanshoku. On the right, couple pairs, but feels very slow. Across the way, Pinfu, maybe even Junchan. I'd love to make that hand Junchan. The 5-pin's a little awkward, though. And on the left, Pinfu and maybe do the Rasanshiku, maybe some Ipeco options with a 4-mon. But the important part is 2 Dora, and you want an excuse to be able to call for Tanya, but that 9-pin pretty much restricts you. That's why we're seeing the North being held here. If it gets paired up, then you can just call and not worry about it.
Or you could just play Chitoy.
On the other hand, you could just not play Cheat Toy, which is a better option in virtually all situations.
I don't know. Max has shown that Chitoy is strong for a reason.
Right, Max showed Jigoku Tonki is strong for a reason. I don't think you extrapolate from that one particularly well. 7 connects here with the 6. Moves a little bit forward and more towards Tanya. 4 is a great draw there on the left.
How many tiny blocks is that? 4? Ooh, that's
Oh,
a good thing
there's
to
an
love.
Ishunten with the Peiko now on the 1 mon, but the 1 is dead, so it's actually a Penchon 4 mon wait on that side, and this is gonna be a slam. Could Dama because the 4 isn't worth a ton, and will do so. I think that's what we're back said, "Wait a second, it's dead, I might as well."
I'm
Again,
wondering
this
if
is
you
only waiting on the 4. I think the option here is if you do draw 2 mon or 3 mon, you may just take the jump on.
I'm wondering if you ever just break that 2/3 mon because it's so bad.
Well, you're hoping to just draw the 2 or the 3 and take the jump on. But I don't think you're ever breaking it here. The 3 shows with that having already got the 4, that's about the only tie you would have considered. Meanwhile, Super WWYD shunt in here for Noel.
Has if you can get that 7 mon, that is the dream.
Well, what about a 7 pin?
Blech.
Another 4 mon drawn by Amy, and that's not leaving this hand. The hand's already pretty locked in for the shape.
5 pin? That's technically a
No.
good it's a
Well,
upgrade.
it makes your final block better. You could go 6 mon here, and that is gonna be the decision.
That's
You
the
lose out on the
widest.
7, but so. Ooh, this should just be south. He has
Peachy.
such a wide. Oh wait, that's just Tempai, isn't it? Yeah. Throws the
Yeah.
south, Ricci possible Tanyao. The question
Does
is,
Max
does Max
chase?
care? You could just chase, but
Fold?
nope, folding out. Says I don't know anything to do with this. I have my plus 20. You guys
Hum.
have fun. Oh, and this is why you don't chase. Then you see the con the next turn. You go, okay, well that was cool, I guess.
Is Noel allowed to fold here? I
No,
think
I don't think so. Because if it's 4,000, then it's just drops a spot, a 4,000 swing. Anything
Barry
here is Barry can get involved, but not going to push anything directly.
yeah, Barry had a chance for Tempai, but I don't think he really wants to really do that with a con on the board, because con on the board makes things a lot more expensive.
Yes, it very well can. But the other story is, do we get Tempai here for dealer? Ooh, 3. That 5 is safe. That's Tempai on the left, trying to decide whether to Ricci chase this with confirmed
Peach.
Dora 3, and will do so. That's also Tempai. This should be a
Reach!
chase. Will
No?
not Ricci, though.
I feel
3,
like I
6,
reach you.
9. Oh, there's the Dora. That's why
Push!
you might not. But shoved
Push!
it anyway. And we have 3 players Tempai. Barry drops 3,000. But we have a repeat here and 2 sticks in the middle. You have a pretty good hand here. 7 mon or 2 mon would obviously help, but it's reasonably fast with 2 sticks in the middle. That's what you really want. On the right, call hand. I think you just go for the Tanya. Is that enough? Is 1,000 enough? No, it's not. You do need 2,000 here. But Ipeco fixes that problem. Cross the way, south pair. You might want to call and go, but at the same time, Barry would love to get to 30,000. And Max is just having fun here, high rolling everything. That's not the greatest tip, but it's not a bad one. Ricci, Pinfu, possible Dora pair up now. 5, 6, 7, Sanchiku. A lot of routes to value.
Wondered. Oh,
Speaking
Dora
of Dora
pair.
pair up,
Is that enough? 4,200 plus
well,
two
there's
six
the
is
south. I
Hum.
think you have to take it. Yes, we'll do so.
6,200 puts you at 29.8.
Peach.
Yeah, about that. We have Tempai on the left, Ricci, Pinfu, Dora, 5 pin, 8 pin. The
Boom.
5
Hum.
is dead. I mean, you have to call. The question, what do you cut? Goes to the 7. Just looks for the non-Dora Dora. And Amy's kind of stuck here. She feels she has to push, but doesn't really know what to do with it. You can't call this too. You don't have a route to a Yaku. Yes, and that's the important thing is the stick is enough to get this to 30K, so Barry doesn't have to care too much.
Oh
Oh,
shoot,
that's a
yeah.
big fill. Ishan 10 now. Do you throw the 3? It's not a great tile, but I just don't know how you advance the hand otherwise.
You might just drop 7, so just be a 6-8, so
Is that
probably
Tempai
means
on the right?
yes.
It is, waiting
Pinfu.
6-9.
リーチ
Dama Pinfu. There's a template for dealer, though.
リー
And
チ
I think you just chase. Yes, Sumagiri Richi. Oh, and across the way, that's template. Will you throw the Dora? Will you deal in? What a tough situation for Barry. The Dora's the
4
right tile. The 4 deals into dealer Ipatsu. Or a 3! And just like that, Noel comes back from the depths. Just hit Ipatsu or a 3. And Barry's gonna look at that log. Are you kidding me? The door was the right cut. Oh wow! And just like that, Noel's in the positives. Max effectively loses 5 points unless there's a sumo here knocking Noel under, and Amy has a new purse to compete with for 4th place now.
Wow. Dora is the safest tile.
Well, Dora was a tile it didn't deal in. I don't know if it was the safest. But dealer here with a Pinfu Heavy, you got 678 Sanchiku on the right. Couple pair options, but it's just not good. It feels Tanyao, but very slow Tanyao and no value. Across the way, Pinfu Hand, 79 Sanchiku looks pretty good. And on the left, Pinfu Hand, 2-pin really help. There are some other options with the 1-2-3 Sanchiku, but really just want to use anything with the Dora and call it good. All right. Well, the 5 goes back. A bit of a backfire there for Noel.
Wow. Great draw for
Dora
Barry
draw
here.
across the way. Now Ishan 10 with an Ariadman and a Ryanman. Ooh, 7. That's actually a really interesting draw. Not going to bother hedging the Itsu shape.
Or Honiku.
Yeah, I kind of like 8mon or Pay there, but 1 is reasonable. Well, now it does feel
Ooh.
Todd. Yeah, it goes with the Pay.
Yeah.
2 is not the hit across the way.
本
Could call this down for Tanya. There's 2 Homba in the middle. Would give a bit of a buffer for a sumo later, potentially.
That 3-pin Pong. I don't really like that Pong.
I don't hate it, but I'd much prefer to call the 7-mon.
Yeah.
Oh, that is Ishunten headless.
Guess that is one way to get back.
And still no in his tempai.
Barry just stuck in purgatory with that hand. Poor so.
Perfect Ishunten upgrade, I guess. Well, kind of.
Guess.
I mean, it's technically a Kutsuki, I guess. Oh, super wide tempai now for dealer.
1
And we'll see the call of the 789 just trying to get tempai at the end of this hand, going for the K10 play. 5 pairs up. Of course, we know that would deal in.
That's a weird draw.
Yeah, I think the 8's a good cut there. Dora draw, that's not coming out. Tempai on the right. No Yaku, but I think you just have to take it.
I mean,
4-pin
yeah.
looks perfectly safe here. I wouldn't even hesitate on this one.
Yeah, I don't think Barry's allowed to fold in this position.
Chitoi Ishunten on the left.
Shabo
5 so.
Tempai?
You have to take the tempai, I think.
Dama.
Ricci though, yeah, Dama. I don't hate this.
I mean, with that little
But
draw
this is the
left.
problem with it is, oh yeah, there's the 9. Good play there by Amy. Realizing that shape and says, there's no reason to fear. Oh, doesn't matter. Sumo. Tanya Dora won, and that's going to fix a lot of the problems here for Noelle. Could still pay out on a Mongun soon by someone else because the Holmo would knock her under, but has the East pair and actually a very callable, straightforward hand. On the right, we have a Hatsu pair, similarly callable hand, floating Dora there across the way, Pinfu. And on the left, probably Todd Yao. There is our East call by Noelle. 3 bid's a huge draw there for Max. The hand's now very flexible. Phil's probably the worst block in there. Speaking of filling blocks, now Noelle desperately needs the Dora, but Ishunten. Hatsu Anko for Amy.
Does Amy have enough to open up right now? 8 foo with that.
Well, it always depends on the Dora. If you use the Dora, yes. And I don't think Amy would call without planning to use the Dora, so yes.
I'm wondering, the foo you have 8 foo there, so to go over you need 12 foo. So how are you gonna get that extra 4 foo if you want to possibly open up with that?
Ooh, interesting choice here. I like the 1 mon.
1 month's fine.
Because if we do draw the 2, we can always cut a pair anyway. But I do like some toy routes. Oh, wow. We're going to see the 7 come out. It's not a great tile. But that is
Yeah,
that feels like just zooming way too far in on tunneling. That's sort of tunneling on Dora.
yeah, I want the 1 so pong chance.
6 gets tossed back. Ooh, the 6 Mon there on the left is very nice. Could be chewed or play a little defensive. There's our 3. And now we're really sad because we had a toy route. Another 6 spawn. That's pretty useless here. 5 mon Onko. Now Ishun 10. I think you just cut the 4 pin here.
That is enough. I think that's enough foo, right? 8 foo, 4 foo. Amy can open for 1K
Yes,
here.
that would be enough to get the proper amount, even cutting Dora. You just really don't want to cut Dora, though.
See.
Meanwhile, we have Tempai on the left for Pinfu Dora, and oh, there it goes. There is no Yaku, though. Is that not?
Oh no, Furitem on 1 month.
We're at 10, yeah, with the 1. Ooh, there's our Ishunt, an upgrade on the right. Son Anko looking very good now. Meanwhile, Dealer Tempai on 3 so 6 so. Another 5 goes out. Ooh, 3. No, can't really do anything with it. Could switch to the toy now.
Oh,
Gets there again.
who's gonna draw the last
Told
3
Toy
mon?
waiting on 3 mon 5 so.
Oh, Rip Simmel. Gotta
Could
cheat that.
chi this. I think you have to chi this.
You
The
have
question is,
to.
you super greedy and cut the 7. I would.
No, you drop
Cut the
9.
7. Do it. Aw.
No, drop the 9.
No, cut the 7. Do you look at how disgusting the 9 mon weight is for confirmed Sun Anko?
We just want to get out of 4th place right now.
Yeah, but I think the 9 looks pretty good here.
How about the 8 pin drop for the 8 month Simmel?
I mean, that would have worked, I guess. Oh, Shaw Tonki, is that a good switch?
Would be.
That's an amazing switch. I'm actually surprised that wasn't 10.
Oh no, Furitem.
Oh, there's, yeah, first discard. That makes more sense.
I don't think Max is allowed to drop that green dragon.
Well, he doesn't want to throw the 3 mon either. Oh, there's the deal in. Hits the dealer Toy. Toy Tone 8,600. Closed the gap significantly. And all of a sudden, Noelle may end up winning this game. Was deep in 4th with almost no hope, but hey, a dealer turn is good enough. Now on repeat 4 and all last again with nice little Itsu Dora hand. On the right, looks like 1, 2, 3 Sanchiku. Across the way, few pairs, but I think it may just end up being Tanyao. And on the left, Pinfuham, maybe some sort of 5, 6, 7, 6, 8, or 79 Sanchiku.
Okay, so what's the play, Noel, here? Are you gonna play this as Itsu? I don't think Honitsu is that valid anymore. Maybe some 678 or 789 Sanshukus. Those are hard to happen though when you're headless.
I mean, you're looking for any excuse to cut this 4-pin. Like that.
Oh my gosh.
Confirms the
Oh.
Itsu super wide Ishunta now. Now, the one issue is there is a 7 so out. So if this ends up pairing up the 8 or the 9, which actually isn't that likely because the 8s and 9s are pretty dead. Oh, well, it's just a slab. This
Wow,
is a
this
disgusting
is
way.
dirty. This is so dirty.
Riichi, Itsu, Dora 1 on the Suji 7. You see two
Gee.
6s out already. Ew. Ishuntan across the way.
Oh my gosh, Amy's helping so much here. 6 pin drop means that 7 pin is like, what's the odds that this is a 6 8 pin Kanchan? And the 9 pin's gonna go out? 7 pin looks so safe.
But someone has to draw it right now. There's only one, and it's in Max's hand, who has even less incentive, but may not even be able to defend against this. We'll see. A 6, obviously. Now it's one chance. You see all these 9s. I mean, what does the 7 deal into?
Yeah, 7. Come on. 7 is literally your safest tile. Or 3 pin.
Well, we're about to see. No. There it is!
Oh! Yo! Riichi Ichidora!
Or it doesn't matter, but that changes everything. Noel now in first place. Max was previously unassailable, but this is a super hot run by Noel, and she desperately needed it. Sitting there, as you can see in the standings, at minus 233.4. This actually starts hurting Max a bit, and it's going to be a positive score, but may end up not even getting out of the negatives at this point.
Wow, this is like the perfect like rags to riches story in South 4. Oh my gosh.
55,900. Not a great end here, but maybe another Itsu here in Pinzu. Now, I mean, just needs the 3 and the 7, I guess. On the right, Pinfu hand, nothing fancy. Across the way, Haku pair. Maybe call and go. Maybe 1, 2, 3 Sanshogu now. On the left, the 3 so pair up is nice. Could just be 1, 3. Goes with the 3 first. The question is, does Noel call this down for the Itsu? Thought about it, says no. The 3-7, just such a really hard pair of tiles to pull in.
Yeah. Oh.
That's Tempai. Possible Sanshoku, and we're going to see the slam here. Wants to play for first. Waiting 5-pin, 8-pin. The 8 is Sanshoku. Reach Sumo Pinfu Sanshoku would overtake here. But the weight is not great in the wall. The 5 is dead. The 8 is 2 out. So just 2 8s.
I mean, that means if he wins, he always wins on the Sanshoku, right?
Well, the other part here is, what does Noel do? The 2 looks okay, the 4 looks okay, but are you just going to brute force Onitsu for this? Because there's not really any info. The 9-pin doesn't feel great here. You have this floating door that's kind of bricking your hand. Yeah, just shoves.
I feel like 4 and 6 mon barely deal in, so maybe drop 4, 6 and try to see what happens.
Yeah, I'd probably do the same. Well, what about just Ishunten? Yeah, just shoving. Says, I don't care.
I mean, yeah, your dealer. Who cares?
Means the door is very likely coming out if Tempai is reached. But needs a 5-mon and a 3-pin. There's our Haku. Will not be taken. Will the Dora come out now? No.
No.
It is a much wider Ishunten, but 2 7s are out, so it's not as wide as it may seem. 6 is not it. I just plays the safe option, not callable anymore.
I mean, at the end, I feel like Noel understands that her condition is just don't
Get
deal
to
in
a
and
draw at the end of this hand, yes.
Yeah. Just hope that just Max never wins.
We are still waiting on 2 8-pin. This might be a chi. The problem is Haku's already won out. But Barry feels he has to play for at least Tempai here.
Where are the 8-pins? This is like...
Oh, well, is Noel tempted now? Nope. Dora, out goes the Dora. Noel knows it's clear now, and all the Dora pop out. Yeah, 3 of them back to back. Oh, there's the
Oh, the
sumo!
sumo
Max steals it
Sanchoku.
back. Reach sumo pinfu Sanchoku. Doesn't need the aura, but a 10,000 pickup, and that's going to give Max first place. A couple disgusting weights in that game. Max hits one and Noel hits one, but Max gets the win on the end with Sanju with the 678, gets a plus 40.4 into the positives. Noel ends up losing quite a bit of points there, drops to second place, but just a magnificent South 4 run, a 26.4 second place. On the other end, Barry managed to hold on to third, minus 27.4, and Amy takes the fourth here with minus 39.4.
Wow. Wow. I mean, props to Noel. Like that was like going all the way from like what was like third, that's almost last, all the way to first place. Sadly, Max did get the sound which is an amazing hand there, but still 51k second. Like you're not too sad about that. Amazing.
Oh, no, that didn't work. Never mind. Tried a link that didn't do it.
Oh. But yeah, gosh, that does change the standings quite a bit. So it seems like with that Barry is in fourth place, plus 90. Amy dropped a fair bit there. Plus 40 48. Max is out of the negatives with plus 17 in 11th, and Noel still pretty low down there, but climbing. That's the start to it. Oh, is that was that for the graph?
Yeah, that was the graph I was looking for.
Yeah, I mean, for anyone who wants to check that, that would be a great graph to look at.
Well, the other part of this is Barry was in position to be playing for the title, takes the third, doesn't get the complete hit, but about a minus 30 there. Hurt significantly. Still in fourth place overall with 9 qualifier points. Were things to end here, but a bit back now of the leaders. Is Dealer here with a few pairs, feels very Tanya on the right. Nice little Ipego that's actually already Ishanten. Potential Dora as well across the way. Three's a great fill, but the hand's hard to figure out. There's not really any value just yet. And on the left, I mean, it's close in Shanten, but there's no value. So, and a bunch of awkward hands, and Max has the best by far, though. Dora drawn here by Barry. Doesn't really do anything immediately. But the plan is probably Chitoitsu. Non-Anko across the way that moves it to an Ishanten. Non-ideal one might not even take the Ishanten. The Tempai if it gets there, rather.
I mean, if you draw two, though, I feel like Richi's not bad.
Yeah, the one mon seems reasonable here. Oh, the 7 out being is pretty bad. Oh, well, it should be the 7 pin. And it is. 3 so's, a very nice draw there by Noel. Barry, though, with probably the most interesting hand, this floating Dora, possible toy toy, possible cheat toy. Oh, the 6 a great filler on the right. Ricci, Pinfu, Ipeko. Dora 1, 4 so, 7 so. 2 of each left in the wall.
Confirmed Ipeko.
Reach.
There's going to be a
Ooh.
chase on the left. Probably take the Nobeton here. We'll do so waiting on the 6 pin, 9 pin for Ricci Nomi.
4 outs left? Feels kind of bad.
Well, everything's bad here. The question is, what's your other option? I don't know that there is one. I guess you could have cut the 9 pin and maybe Damad looking for an upgrade, but it's so hard to get an upgrade here. I think just
Yeah.
throwing the stick in is normal.
Barry is folding on the 8 mon there because Kinda awkward to try to push this hand with 2 reaches on the board.
Well, now that you actually have some options, he can fold. There's one of those 7, so
Barry is back to Ishan 10.
he was also moving towards Cheetoy, but continued cutting the 8, so sure, there's our
Oh.
7. That is Mongon minimum.
HP Picadora.
No Uro will be the Mongon, and of course, 3G stick, 39,000 going into East 2, and Max will be there with a very good starting hand. That Cheetoy Ishan 10, but I think you go Toy Toy Horitsu.
Oh. Already called.
Yep, already called once. May just be going Toy Toy. On the right, couple pairs, but a very slow hand. Across the way, Chun pair. So we do have Chun being Mochi Mochi. That's going to be very unfortunate for Max, who appears to be going Toy Toy. And on the left, ooh, I like that hand quite a bit. Richi Pinfu Tanyao, Bimitsu in Pinzu, but also a lot of Yupeiko options.
Max just
9 pin
chose the.
pretty useless. Ooh, interesting. Cuts the 6.
Ooh.
Really wants the Toy Toy. Says if I draw the 9, then great, but I don't want this to be Honitsu.
Because that's Baka.
The
Then
2
they take
is
it.
pretty bad after having already called the 1, so I think that's the right play.
Yeah, and also you don't really have a Yaku unless you force
Cut
22
the
if you
2
do it that
so
way.
anyway, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there is an argument to go 2 so, but I think just throw the 2 pin back is normal.
Yeah. I mean, for everyone's gonna be confused because you see a 6-pin drop. So does that mean Honi's a Tenpai, or does that mean it's a Toy Toy?
I'd be reading Toy Toy. Maybe even with the Dora pair here. I'm mildly surprised the 9s come out, but it's really hard to be almost anything but a Toy Toy at this point. So the chew and lockup's actually very important here.
Yeah, Noel might even just fold because dropping White Dragon is also kinda just with 2
Well,
calls on
Noel's just playing Cheat Toy at this point. Oh, the backfire on the 6.
rip our Honichi Toy. Not Honichi Toy. Honichi Toy Toy. Speaking
Ripper Honitsu Cheat Toy too, but that was over pretty early in this hand.
speaking of Chito hand, look at Amy's hand. That's Shunko Ishanten, isn't it?
Yes, it is. 5 pin. I think you just shove it. If it gets called, you don't care. With Akka, you may be a little more defensive, but I'd throw the 5. There's our call, and now you know it is Toy Toy. So the 5 is not a scary tile at all.
Yeah, Noel's just completely out.
Oh, there's our 6. Deals into nothing on the left.
It was Dama Nomi.
Yeah, Dama Nomi. Just waiting on the 6, so no Ipeiko yet either. There's our Dora. That's a scary tile.
You can't drop that anymore.
Yep, says I'm out. 6 so on the right. Yeah, keeps the Swanko Ishunten. Now, 7 pin's also a very scary tile. With the 6 pin, 9 pin, it really does look like a 7 pin or an 8 pin. You just don't know what the other pair is. The 3 would very much surprise me to deal into.
Oh,
Swanko
so
Senpai!
Richie on 6-mon making the 9 so
9
Suki
safe. I
trap.
beat it Patsu, but we'll throw the Genbutsu first at least.
Sumo.
Oh!
Oh!
Bagatoy shuts it down. Max says, okay, thanks for the stick, I guess.
Rip Junko.
No Yakuman just yet. Max has 2 Dora and a callable Tanyo type hand. On the right, Pinfu. Across the way, Pinfu as well. And on the left, Haku pair, call and go. One through the Sanchuku is possible, but it's really slow.
Let's see. If I'm Max, I can
Haku pair, there's going to be the call.
Ooh,
Well, okay.
Okay, so as Max, what calls are you making at this current moment?
Yes. Basically anything but 9 so or 1 pin, I think I'm calling. I guess I might
Okay.
also not call them on too.
Well, yeah. Because I'm thinking here, yeah, 7/8 so pawns are nice. 3 pin is nice. Nice. 2 pin, I guess you still take 2 pin even though it feels really bad.
Yeah, you need another one of the door indicator. Maybe you don't take the 2 to open with. That's a good second call. It's not a good opening call.
Yeah.
5 so pair up on the right, 4455.
Is that ever Tanyao? Kinda hard.
It needs a 4 mon really badly. Yeah, passing that 4 so says no, it's probably not Todd Yao, because that's about the type you're looking for. Should just be 8 mon. This is E Shun 10. You don't have to commit to the 7/8 just yet, or cutting door, of course.
I
If
mean,
you
you could
draw the
Tenpai.
6, you absolutely slam it.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's a
Oh!
perfect draw. 7 so goes out. Looking like a Tanyo door 2, maybe a Ricci and Pinfu. We will see.
Is the 7 so better to draw first or the 8 so better to draw first?
Seven's better because you may end up causing effectively a block on it.
Oh, I see, yeah.
You see a couple more 7, you may even reach you the 7, Kabeing off the 8. Another Dora. Oh no.
Oh,
Do you ever go 5 pin?
I think you just Giri this. I don't think you can keep that 4 pin. Wow.
The problem is the 1 pin is pretty dead here. But this is definitely a
Boom,
plan to.
boom.
This should be pulled instantly. Yeah. Figuring the 8 is just really good here. It is Suji even.
I mean, Amy probably drops that. Yes, she does.
There it is. Tanya Dora 3. Surprise. 3 being the indicator means the 4 is extra value there. And ouch. Max picks up 12,000. Amy trusts the Suji there. And unfortunate. But Max, once again, very early at 50,000 plus, 56,000. This is not a great starting end here. Possible 1 to 3 Sanchaku. Okay, the more I look at it, the less I like the hand. On the right, slow Pinfu. Across the way, Shaw, Pone, possible Haku, Pone. The question, what do you do with Dora? I don't think you need to mess around with Honetsu since you just already have 3 Han pretty clearly. And on the left, Wonder the Sanku looks like the best play, but it has 2 Doras. Again, you don't have to think too hard about it.
Why does this feel exactly the same as last game?
Because Max, well, no, because it's not, because Max didn't have a Jigoku Donkey.
Ah, yes, 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 yes.
Was just a surprise Suji trap on an open hand. That's a bit unfortunate. Still a reasonably disgusting way, but nothing compared to that East with 3 out. Or East with 2 out waiting on the last one in hand, rather.
Shumon is a fun draw there, but I don't think you can. I don't
I
think
don't think it
Honitsu's.
helps. Now, the
Yeah.
question is, do you just call this and cut the 1 so?
A
That's the type of
Stealer?
degenerate call that I make because I just don't think the hand's ever winning closed. But I don't just turn around and draw 6-0 the next turn. So what do I know?
Ooh, Grady
Because now
Shunten
there's a
drops.
Sansugar route, potentially waiting for that 3 mon. The door indicator is really hard, though. There is one of those 3s. Ooh, the 5 fits in kind of okay.
Interesting choice by Noelle. Instead of dropping a 7 mum for pure efficiency, she drops the 3 so, which confirms 4 so as a pair. I guess this is a hedge for Honitsu.
Yes, it's definitely hedge forwarded. So if you draw the, say, an 8 mon, you go 4-4. Well, that's just temp. I think you take tempai. And we will. Dealer has now called down for the Tanyao, but it's Ishunten, actually 2 Shunten from an actual Tanyao.
Feels
You can't use the
bad.
1s or the 9s. This 1 so is really awkward in hand. So if you're seeing whether it's going to be called on the right, it is not. 3 though. Well, that fixes that problem. Question is, you want to cut the 6 kind of preemptively? And the answer is no, full efficiency. Well, this is Another
Weird.
step forward, but ew.
ズモ
Goes to the 2. Oh, doesn't matter. Sumo. And of course, that is Sha Haku Dora 1 and the extra foo from that sumo. So nice little pickup there for Noel. 5,200. Amy is going to be dealer here. Haku pair. Ew, Kanchans everywhere. There's a pair and a bunch of Kanchans, and I guess a Penchon. Well, that's one fill on the door. It's definitely the best out of fill. Amy will now call the Haku. So this hand is significantly better just that quickly. On the right, slow Pinfu hand across the way. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I just stumped. I just call it bad and move on. And on the left, very slow Pinfu hand. So much to get rid of. 3 pairs. It's hard to be much of anything. Dealer just has the best hand. East pair on the left, so maybe there's some callability now.
Like Barry's hand is just what you call just wait, just draw till Tenpai. Like there's nothing else really.
Yeah, it's just bad. Meanwhile, we see a call on the left with the east. One, so that'll probably get pulled.
Home.
No reason not to. There's a real, ooh, 3's a great draw here. That's out Tempai for Amy. Haku Dora 1 waiting on the 3-mon, but 2 of those locked in on the right. Could also go Tanya here with maybe a 9-so cut.
You ever Pong 6-mon and play the the Tanki switching game?
Yes, I have been known to. Mainly because you draw 5, so it's just such an improvement to this hand. Ooh. I say that immediately draws the 2, so I don't think you can break the Tempai there, though.
Yeah. That's a great Ishan then.
Yeah, you definitely calling for Tanya on the right. I figure that's going to happen with the 2-mon. Also means the 3s are pretty stuck. 5-mon, that is... You have to call, don't you?
3
We'll do
calls, no
so.
Tenpai.
3 calls. Yeah, I mean, that's the Korok special if I've ever seen it. I guess it's not quite the Korok special because the hand's connected. Mine would just be like north, east, 6-so, and a tune for good measure.
Well, Amy. Well, Amy probably does not fold even like
No.
Amy sees 1 door in her hand, probably good enough.
Your dealer, I mean, you just have to throw it. Oh, never mind. There's our 3. Holds the north. Actually, a bit scared of Max having the north pair there, dealing into the Toy Toy. The result deals into the dealer, so Amy picks up Haku Dora 1. Direct hit off of 3rd place. Look at a repeat here. East 3. That's a pretty standard Pinfu and me. Moving towards Chi-Toy now. On the right, very slow hand. Does have the Haku to just call down. But I'd call that in a second. I
that's
just
a fine
hate
Chi.
all of these shapes that I don't think anything else happens. Let's just take it. It does. Across the way, 6-pin Anko now. Feels very Tanyao. Has 1 Dora on the left. 3 pairs, but it's not that great. On the right, we see another call. Holds the 9-pin. This should definitely be alerting the table that something weird's going on. In that situation, I'd be reading Noel as having 2 Dora, so I'd be a little cautious, but I also want to check all my Yakuhai immediately to see which one it is. Because I don't think that hand is Tempai at all.
Yeah, but at the same time, like Red Dragon is the only tested one, so like no one knows what what Atsushi
Yeah,
is
that's
going
the
for.
problem. Everyone's kind of in the same spot. Big Dora draw there on the left by Max. Ooh, 2, 3, 4. Amy moves this hand to Ishan, 10. It's a Ryankan Ryanman shape.
If you can get the 5-mon, you're very happy here.
I'd be fine with the 7 or even a 3-so. The only Tempai I'm not happy with is a 6-so. I mean, I'd still take it for the Peiko, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
Wait, how? Wait, so you're telling me where's all the yakuhai? Like,
They're delicious. Don't ask.
Barry gets another
Oh,
pair.
well, there's
Home.
our Haku, and out it goes.
3 calls Ishanten. Good old.
Yeah, this is one where I'd be reading Tempai, especially the East coming out like that. That should read very Tempai. I say I expect 2 Dora, but maybe some sort of middle Monzu weight. And that's how I'd be reading it.
Very scary. So I mean, with that discard pile, you would think that has to be Tenpai.
I think it has to be,
Each.
but the East especially, that it's very likely to be. Well, there's our Tempai on the left. This is Richi Pin Fudor 1, 4 Mon, 7 Mon. 3 sevens out, 2 4s out, so 3 left of the wall. There's a Dora. You can't really call it, though.
Not with that end.
Well,
Oh,
that's Tempai. Should just be the
drop.
Forso. Gimbutsu 6 weight. Across the way, that's also Ishan 10. But that's a 5 Mon, 6 Mon weight. And there's our 9. Doesn't deal anything because it's a cross
Oh,
for
yeah.
Tanyao. That is not Tempai.
Drop that Amon. You don't. Come on, Amon is.
It's
safe.
one chance. You have to shove it.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? Ooh, throws the 5. So with the 2 6, it's not a terrible discard, but that's rough. Reads the 6 8 9 is more important. I feel if you have the value, I don't hate this, but it's well,
Come.
gonna be rewarded, I think. Never mind, Con.
5
Doesn't just take the Ricci. No, my 5 on.
Amy just causing a havoc.
Amy, everyone's favorite chaos agent, is delivering. And ends up paying 3,000 for it. Of course, would have dealt in on the 8 Mon. Because I'm pretty sure that was Tempai. Yeah, it was definitely Tempai.
Yeah. I guess pay 1,000 over paying. Or actually, no, you actually pay more because Noel was only Tenpai for 1,000.
Dora 1. Yeah, I think
Oh.
they're, well. No, you're right. I think it was just one on.
Yeah, it was just
Anyway,
one.
by the way, before you get too involved, this hand is really good. Also, I hate that 7-pin cut. I don't like penchants when I have such beautiful hands like this. Regardless, Ishunten on the right for Haku. Across the way, possible Pinzu Itsu. Pretty good shapes. Also Dora 3. And on the left, 2 dragons. Going to be very hard to get this to any real value, but I guess 2 dragons and a Dora would do it.
Skip? Oh no, sorry. I thought that was the green dragon drop. Oopsie.
No.
Skip from Barry.
Haku is called. Didn't want the 1 on. Barry has shown willingness to pass these.
Reach.
Oh, there's our Ricci.
Eh,
I can just reach you the 6 for sure. Eh?
Dora?
Eh?
Eh?
Chi.
Eh?
Eh? Eh? I was gonna say.
Instantly punished. Okay, I will say I think that is just a blatant mistake where Dora wasn't checked. Because there's no reason the 3 so should have been the Ricci tile.
Chi.
Rather, I wouldn't have even taken that reach, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel the same way, but I don't hate Ricci +1 for dealer. The problem is this is Ricci Nomi. Probably just misread the shape, to be honest.
Well, I mean, Tenno gives you like the what you got 2 tiles that you're waiting on, right?
Right. Well, the issue is this is Tempai for Ricci Nomi. Just waiting on the 7 Mon. It's still pretty good in the wall. 3 left.
Yeah.
We're seeing option here. Could go 2 Mon, 3 Mon with all those 5. Nope. There's our Sumo. So it does loot out on the Dora. But I guess the 3 wouldn't have come out across to get cheated. So Galaxy Brain play?
surely? I feel like Amy would have just pushed the 7-mon anyways.
Oh, well, I mean, you get hands like this. That fixes a lot of issues.
Well, excuse me.
Triple Yaku High, very callable hand, even Honetsu. On the right, also a very good hand. Potential Ricci Pinfu Dora across the way. Slow Pinfu N on the left, Chun pair, call and go. But it's really dealer's end here that's important.
Pong. You gotta pong.
It
Even if
is
you're
Ishunten, but I would definitely call it.
you have to call that. Even if you have a check. Oh, okay. No. Don't call it. Ricci.
And you know the worst part? I think Amy will not deal at Patsu, but I think Chun it's a matter of time. So there's Ricci, Honitsu, Chitoitsu, which is Hanemon minimum, because Honitsu, for those of you who have forgotten, is actually worth 3 Han closed. Question is, will it be Patsu? No, correctly throws the 4. I mean, it doesn't actually mean anything here, but does buy a couple turns. It's just a matter of time until...
Oh.
Okay, the one way back is if Amy decides there's a way to fight this. That should have just such a good, safe folding tile. But with this 5-mon, 4-mon, you should be at least a little suspicious that something weird is going on.
Amy's just pushing normally for a Chitoy, I think.
Yeah, Amy's just playing it out. A 9 safe. There is only one of these Chun left in the wall, but a disgusting hand. Well, that's just a huge upgrade there on the left. Figures the 4-6 is pretty good. There's our Chun. You have the 3-4 if you don't want to throw it. Yes, says okay. Let's not do this.
Pong.
Pong. 6-mon.
First call. That's now Ishunten. Haku's safe.
An Ishunten that.
Tempai.
Oh.
And waiting on the Chun. Chun is double roan if Max throws it.
Tuso is 1 left, so Amy has a win on Tuso, and else this is going to Yukyuk.
Well, or Max deals into double row. That's definitely a possibility.
Surely Max doesn't do that.
Well, it depends if he has enough safe tiles. It all depends on what comes out afterwards. Because he
Each.
knows Amy is pushing. There's another Tempai, by the way. This is a, hold on, 4, 5, 8 weight. So that's a 3-sided.
Sumo.
And there it is. Reach of pot, Sumo, Dora 1. The it doesn't matter if Barry gets this into well with that absolutely gorgeous starter hand. Ends up paying out 5,000 for the Ricci stick. And then the Mungon Sumo there. This whole series has been crazy.
Ah, come on. I wanted the Honitsu to win. That would have been so fun. 18K confirmed.
Okay, also, Never Chitoy Gang is celebrating Chitoy Gang in absolute and complete shambles right now. Barry has called the 1 so, maybe to Chant or even just a Chun Door 1. On the right, that feels like a Tanya call for a very slow hand. Across the way, needs a 3-pin. Hand's actually pretty good. 3-pin being door is always nice. And there's a second one for Barry. On the left, we have an Anko of the Tone and a floating Dora.
At first I was like, can Barry go for Honitsu? But I forgot about the 1 so Pong.
You can go for it. You won't get it by definition, but it's not going to stop some people from going for it. For that exact reason. Wait, what do you mean there's no... Oh, oops. I have done that before, but it's been a really, really long time since I did.
Oh, just draw the red dragon yourself.
Yeah, I could just go Hatsu here, I think. You don't necessarily want to give up on the 1 just yet, because it is Ishunta with a 2 and a 4. Oh, now it's definitely 1 pin.
5-pin.
Oh, goes with a 5 instead. I don't like it with the door indicator, but okay.
It's rather 1 pin is a safer tile for your Toy.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see if it is, because this may be a Depatsu.
You're dropping 1 pin.
I would drop 1 pin here. Okay,
Yeah.
didn't deal in, and there's so much reason to just go toy here that. Oh, there's the 2, so now it's cleared. You don't have to think too hard about it.
That's
リーチ
Senpai. Richie Pinfu. Tanya.
Tanyao, yeah, waiting for 7-pin.
Barry still doesn't want to fold. Like, you have Dora 2 Toy chances. If I'm Barry, I'm trying to find any way, any reason to justify pushing.
Thing is, the 4-pin doesn't look terrible here, but I'd
Sumo.
still throw that in. Oh, just Sumo, easy game. Richi Patsumo Pinfu Tanyao.
4K, 2K?
No Ura, but Amy desperately needs that. Still in last place, but only by 600. South 2 here.
Wow. Barry's hand is wow.
Max's hand isn't bad. Needs a couple 7s, though, with the 7-1 and the 7. So, on the right, Chun pair, call and go. Ressin isn't great. Across the way, Haku pair. Maybe just call and go. And on the left, pretty good shapes there. Has the confirmed South and Adora. And probably all those extra Yaku high. You don't really want to cut the 4 so unless you have to.
ポン
But
So I feel it's a harder
22.
game to play than the hand to play than you think.
But Honitsu, doesn't a hand with a lot of Yakoi always mean just 422?
ポン
Well, with the Shaw, I definitely cut it now because you can go 1-4 no baits on it, and that looks to be the play. 4 Physics Sanshigu now potential for Max. We cut the 8-9 Mon. Three Mon is passed. Ooh, 3 So's a good fill. Ishan 10 for Max. That's Kanchan Ryankan. Yeah, gets rid of the more dangerous 4. Now, ooh, 7's actually worthless here. I'd throw it back.
Yeah.
Because you're never cutting this 4-6. You're just not.
That's a
That
weird
is such an
cheat.
ugly call. I almost feel if you do that, you should cut 3-pin and head
Yeah.
to Honitsu. Meanwhile, Dora draw on the left. Still Ishan 10, but headless now. Shaw's 100% safe, Tosh. You're not worried about that one. 7. Ooh, that's an interesting choice. Could even go 7-8 here, but there's no reason to. Goes with the 8 Mon. Same
Chi.
idea. Chi there on the 3. So we have Ishan 10, but headless there on the left. You don't ever really want to cut the south either. It's a really sad option. Oh, perfect fill. This should just be the 8 Mon Ricci. Dama instead.
Okay.
Max is making a pretty hard read here. There is 1-5 out already, but this is Tanya Dora 1 waiting on the 7 Mon. We have Tempai on the left for Mongon waiting on the Hellweight Hatsu.
Sumo.
Oh, there's the Sumo! Mac just knew it was in the wall. Sumo, Tanya Dora 1, 2,000 all. I mean, the series has kind of been going that way, except for that one big deal in South 4 of the last game. But Max is still just on a major roll. We'll hold the Dora here, but it's a super wide E-shunted already. On the right, Chun pair call and go. Chun being Dora, so we may have a dealer Ricci fairly early, and the Chun comes out, and there's would be Amy May just fight this down. Across the way, Pinfuemi 1, 2, 3, Sonic going on the left. Maybe Peiko and Pinzu, but it's hard to deter what to do with the hand because the incentive is just go cheat. It's supposed to be a 3-pin, but if you don't get it, it's just really slow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's your Ipeco. Easy game. 6-1 pair up. We'll keep the 6-6-7.
So if you're Maxer and you draw 3 Mon, what are you taking? 5-6 pin or Dora?
Dora. Who do you think you're talking to?
I guess, yeah.
Ooh, interesting option. Do you just cheat this and go for the Chiditsu?
Chi.
Probably.
Yes. That is
That's
Tempai on the
Senpai.
right.
Ricci.
It's probably Ricci.
So if Max draws any Pinzu here, he's in a
trouble.
bad. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, well, I mean, that could just deal in.
Or he could
Throws
just
the
fold.
Shuji 3 here. Good dodge. We know the 3 so it actually dealt in for Mongon there on the other end. Not the way you'd expect that to happen.
Noel's in a pickle. Oh, hey, we're back to Ishanten. Wow.
Well, the problem is, I don't
Yeah,
see any way this extends. The
wow.
one redeeming value for Max is 1 pin is a very safe fold here.
You know, Max would really love a red dragon. Oh, wow, it's Tenpai! Wow,
Do
it's
you
Tenpai!
dare? Do you dare? I think he will, because I'd be reading Barry having it.
What's the worst that could happen?
No.
Oh, folds!
Good fold here. That was the other option.
I mean,
But
when
the
you're 50...
interesting thing is here, he's correctly read the 3 show as the danger tile. I definitely couldn't have done that.
It's rather just your first place by 50k. Who cares about, like, you could just fold here and it doesn't matter.
Well, the issue is it does matter because we're playing for points.
Does it though? Like, you'd rather just fold it and just lose maybe up to 4,000 than dealing the red dragon, which makes you lose 8,000.
Well, I think a big part is you read Barry. Well, that's never coming out because Noel has no incentive to push this. Noel has plenty of safe tiles. And again, you figure Barry's doing something weird here, so may have moved towards folding. Did not like that 8-mon.
Could cheat for K10.
And I think Max and Barry are just out now.
Noel's back to Ishan 10, but that's not a Tenpai she wants to take.
If you get the Tenpai with that kind of value, you may just slam it, though. Especially if you're reading Max and Barry as doing this, because you might be suspecting that they each drew a Dora. And then the only thing you're worried about is a Chi toy. And that doesn't really look like a Chi toy pond. But no, we're going to see everyone fold out, it looks like.
Yeah. I don't think Barry had a reason to cheat that.
Well, is it worth changing who gets the last draw? And I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because that was definitely the consideration there. And Max is going to feel so good with a 3-so right now. Really, that's what you're waiting on? Okay. Good dodge there by Max.
Now, if
So
Amy
the
just... If
53,000.
Amy damaed that, do you think Max would have pushed the red dragon on Tenpai?
Yeah, I think he would. There wasn't any obvious danger at that point. But regardless, Amy is dealer here with a Dora, slow Pinfu hand, Kanchan's everywhere. On the right, Chun pair call and go across the way, East Onko, but we're not in East round anymore, so maybe just 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku is the plan. And on the left, we have a South pair, call and go, and Max doesn't need any value, so if he gets it, he just takes it, I think. The problem is the South's now Mochi Mochi, with Amy having 2 and Max having 2.
Woo, the nightmare everyone always has when they're playing Autozuke. Oh, what the fudge? Is that Sanshoku Richi?
It is Richi Sanshoku on the 3-pin. It's dead, though.
Oh, huh. Convenient.
This Dora cut should make the 9-so very safe here, because you're kind of wondering what on earth would that come out for this early? Unless it was just completely isolated. And the fact that Dora came out is I would not trust this Suji. This really does look like a 2-pin, a 3-pin, or a random Chi toy.
I mean, you drop 5-mon second discard, like you do North, 5-mon, 8
Dora,
then 1 pin.
And
See,
1
that
pin.
Looks like 1 pin has to be related to at least one of your blocks.
Yeah, and it doesn't really feel Chi toy with the 8. So, because if you had an Onko and you were cutting it down, you wouldn't do that on turn 3 because you'd be thinking toy. At least I would. So I'd definitely not be trusting 2-pin or 3-pin in any way, shape, or form. Now, it could just be a shum pull on, say, like Chun 2-pin. So you do have to consider that as a possibility. And that's the hesitation there on the Haku. But it does get shoved in. And dealer's just Tenpai here. 1-so, 4-so for non-Dora 1.
I mean, 1 4-so. Yep,
No.
there it is.
There it is. And of course, the 2 sticks in the middle and 2 Homba is going to make this a very close game all of a sudden. 600 back of second place. Amy has a Pinfu hand, maybe a 5/6/7 Sanjaku eventually, but I think you just play it as Pinfu and see what happens. On the right, very slow hand, maybe a Pinfu across the way. I don't know, Junchan Sanjaku? I don't like the 5 mod in that hand, so I want to play a Junchan. The Forzo is actually kind of a frustrating draw because now I just want to play a Pinfu, but it's not a great help. And just says no. Barry says, no, I'm not doing that. On the left, I see a Chun pair, so maybe just call and go, no real value. But again, Max doesn't need value. He needs hands to end.
But value is good.
You know what else is good? Not letting other people get value.
I mean, with a 50k lead, you could never lose first place, right?
Yeah, it's not like we saw that and they had to storm back, stealing it in all last on a sumo, only overtaking through Oi Cabri. Oh, wait, no, we did.
Is this Tealer a hand? Is this Tanya? Is this Cheetoy? Is this Pimfu?
It looks Pinfu, especially if you draw the two so. The only way it ends up being tiny is we draw 8 so or 7 so.
I feel like if we draw 4 or 6 pin, we would go Tanya.
I'd cut 7 so or 5 mon from that.
Really? That feels like it's such a bad chi.
I hate this chi.
地
Eck.
I mean, I'm as Tanya brained as anyone in the league by a lot. And I don't like this chi because you're going to need another one. I don't mind an 8 so pulled or especially a 7 so pulled, but this is just lucky in awful shapes. And the problem is your 5/8 is probably going to be your final weight. And, well, never mind. The problem is, what do you do with this hand now? You're thinking, well, I missed out maybe on Rian Peiko. The only acceptable chi toy.
地
There is a chi on the left looking for the tune.
7 so 8 so?
I mean, just, yeah, it has to be 7/8 now. And this is the problem, is this chi ended up slowing the hand down. Because you still have to end up cutting that block completely anyway.
Oh yeah, and we're still headless.
Right. Two pin. I mean, I don't think you
Gee.
can take that. Well, never mind.
Onitsu?
Itsu? I think I was just way faster to go Chanta or Junchan with the hand. Barry may just be playing for Tempai, figuring Amy's going to be Tempai here.
地
Oh, you have to cheat that one. Okay, here's the play. Kuikai is not a thing. It's okay. Smile.
True. That is one way to get Tempai.
Okay, there is Tempai for dealer, waiting on 4 mon, 7 mon.
地
Well, that's a hand.
That looks like wow. Those those
There
three
is
puzzles-
no Yaku. Clearly
Okay.
says it's Shun and I'm blocking someone and I don't know who. Isn't sure if it's Amy or Max, but is pretty confident he's blocking one of those
Sumo.
two hands. There's our sumo. He says, get me out of here. Tanya door 1.
Good
And
enough.
we're on repeat 4, actually. Amy at 28-7 in a reasonably solid second place. Slow pin for 3 pen shot. That's never something you want to see. On the right, feels very Tanya, although 2 pin could move towards a Pinfu type hand. Across the way, I want to go Honitsu. Oh, never mind. It's just June Dora 3.
Easy.
Like, I want to do something fancy. Wait, no, I have Dora Callable with the Yaku and 3 of them, so we're good. Only has 2, but you figure the third one is eventually come. On the left, a couple pairs, but it feels like a very slow Pinfu type hand.
What calls does Barry? Oh. Gonna ask what calls does Barry make? Well, that's
Yes. The answer is yes.
Wow, easy game. Just draw your
Mahjong
uncle.
101, just draw your tile. Mahjong 201, just hit your Ura.
What is
Game is easy. I don't know why people complain about how hard it is.
Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3. Sanjigo looking pretty good now.
Drops
Needs a 3, a
9
3, and a 3. Wait a second. Yeah, no, that's right. If you need 3 threes, is that a twisted Doko? I don't know. Another
Ishanten?
pair on the right. I didn't see Peiko Ishan. This should be 3 pin or 7 Mon. And 3 pin would be a lovely
Gee.
call. Desperately needed
Gee.
for Barry. Ishan 10.
Home.
Could even end up Itsu, but not with that. And actually going to cut the 6 here, trying to bait the 7 out.
Surely 6-pin means that 7-pin is safe, right?
I mean, it looks very Itsu. I'd be reading this as Itsu Dora 2.
I'd be looking at that, Otto the Kid Red Dragon.
Yeah, it almost has to be one of those two. And if it is Itsu, you figure there's at least a pair anyway, with some other options back
Noel drops the 6, so that's funny.
in. That
Kansai
is
Chitoi
the
Senpai.
cursed Chitoi. Oh, there's the deal in June. Dora 3. Barry says, thank you very much. Amy getting a little greedy for that Sanshigu. Cuts one of the better blocks and punished for it. And we are in all last. Noelle, we'll see if she can go on another South 4 dealer run here. Has the East pair, could call and go. Passes the first West. On the right, actually pretty good Pinfu. Needs a 3 and a 3. Across the way, we see the Haku call, just trying to get this hand over with. Needs a 7 pin particularly, though. And, well, does it at just cutting the West, passing the first one, says, okay, well, this should just be a chi. And it is. Ishunten across the way. Big Phil there. Noelle Ishanten needs the Tone and the Dora.
No matter how, but you really want to draw into Tenpai, because this is a really nice Riichi hand.
Yeah, because no one else can really use the East if they get it, so you figure it's going to come out. But this is the problem when you have a bad shape Ishanten, is it's really hard to get to Tenpai. That is Tenpai. Wait, what? What? Max, what the hell are you doing? Passes the Tenpai. Didn't want the 3 call with no defense option. So
Ellie,
probably
it's not-
respecting Noelle's dealer run here. Maybe a little traumatized from the last game.
Not really Tenpai.
Brute
Right?
forcing the Honetsu. I don't like this.
East for Pinfu? Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, Noelle has Ishanten, Ryama for Riichi, Pinfu, maybe Adora.
Tanya
4
upgrades
7
exist.
pin and 2 5. So the problem is 2 5's already out. It's likely Dora. But we see 3 Dora locked in hands. They're not coming out.
Gee.
This should probably just be cheat. I don't think Amy's getting any other value than maybe a random Dora pulled. So you just try and go fast, get your 3,900 and move on. Oh, and that would have been Tenpai. 5 Mon doesn't actually help this hand, so that's going to get tossed back most likely. Nope, throws the other East.
I guess this is a way to hedge Tanya chances if you draw like 5 or 8 pin here.
I like 6 pin here. Maybe a little scared of the Honetsu, though, and that appears to be the issue.
Don't call that.
The-
Oh,
Tenpai! That's a slam. Riichi, Pinfu, maybe Dora. 1 5 so, 1 2 so.
I'd say that's actually pretty good. Considering what this board looks like. Yeah.
This was the decision. Max did not want to have to fight this situation. That's why the Tenpai was passed. Did not want to take the 3 Dora or the 3 call 1 Han hand.
So
2 Mon doesn't look bad. Oh, that is Tenpai if it is taken. And there's the shove, and there's the Dora Sumo! Reach Sumo, Pinfu Dora. Any Ura? No, but Noelle starting a run. We'll see if it continues. He's a much better 3rd place now and has a bunch of pairs in this hand. May just be call and go. Could also be Chitoi on the right. Slow Pinfu hand, a few pairs. South and West pair across the way. That's actually Chitoi Ishanten. And on the left, what, 3 pairs? And we're definitely
Boom.
Toitsume here. And Max says, I'm not messing around. We're just going to pull and try and get out of this hand now. The issue is the West is only 1 left, but it's likely to come out of Barry's hand, so it's not going to be punished.
Boom.
Papachitoy.
Ishunten across the way for Toy Toy Non-Sha. That would be a Mongon.
I think you have to drop the Dora now. Yeah, because the longer
Yeah,
you keep it,
unless you're going Cheat Toy with that hand, I think you just have to. Ooh,
Fish-
interesting option. Okay, Max just
Yep.
wants the 2 Han and get out of here.
yeah.
Now,
Because
it is worth noting the sumo is not enough to knock Barry under. We need a direct hit.
I don't think Max cares right now because probably he has a bit of
Senpai!
you take it.
PTSD from the last one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
is this
5
going
pin
to
might
deal
come out
in?
here. Probably.
Nope,
Not
too
yet.
so.
I don't think he should. Ooh.
Another 7. Actually could hold this as a
Ooh.
7-8 run, along with the Onko here.
1, so I think.
Will do so. Throws the 1. Ooh, do you even consider conning here?
I think you have to con.
Okay, there it is. 2 mod. Oh, and that's important across the way. Now sumo is enough to knock Barry under. That is 3 Han for Max.
Pong.
That's gonna. Well, that is just Tempai here. There's no real value, but it is Tempai. Oh, if it hadn't pulled, would have been Tempai.
Oh, that 4 pin looks so loose. Wait, so Amy might just steal into Noel instead of Max now. Yeah, that 4 pin looks so loose.
There it is.
There it is.
Just 1 Han, but 50 Fu, so 2,400. So let's get your charts out. But the advantage of remembering 50 Fu is it's just the Cheetoy line if you had 1 more Han. So it's an easy way to remember that.
Okay, so now Amy's actually in danger of the opposite of 3 people over 30k.
All right. Well, Noel has a Pinfu end here. Floating Dora, maybe 5 seconds. Well, just get 2 Dora. Noel on the South 4. It's kind of ridiculous. On the right, that is a Tanya type play. Across the way, looks like a nice little Pinfu. That's Ishunten, possibly Peiko. And on the left, we did note the first Haku was passed, but Amy probably feels there's no other route to Mongon Sumo.
I mean, like, what can
You
you
kind
do
of have to
here?
brute force the Honitsu, I guess. Oh, Dora. I would have called that and cut 1 so.
Oh, you're talking about Noel. I
Well,
thought you were
now, well, I was talking about Amy, but then the Dora came out, and that kind of got my attention. So the 7 pin is actually not that good anymore. Because it was passed, we have a call on the right, who's going for the Tanya Nomi. Dama across the way, no Yaku waiting on the Dora. This is a Kutsuki Ishunten. Pair locked in, double floater. I imagine it's 3 pin here. Could go 5 so though. Will be 5. That's going to be cheed down. Ishunten. 4 mon's a really good draw there. Should just be 1 mon or 9 so. There's your shift up. You just cut the 1 because now there are some Tanya draws, especially you get like a 3rd Dora. Oh, perfect draw there on the left. It also waits on Haku. Reach, Sumo, Haku, Dora is Mongon.
9 so fold.
Question is, what does Noel do here? Just shoves the 3, and that's Tempai waiting on 5-8. There's 0 5s left. So let's count the weights here. The 2 has, what, 1 left? The Haku has 1 left. The 5 is dead, so it's 2 outs there. On the right, the 5-8. The 5 is dead, and the 8 is 1 out, so 3 left.
I'm just wondering, how does Noel get back into Tempai here?
I know, it's just I think.
Yeah.
6 is a safe entry if you're worried about the 7. Will play defensively. Still keeps the tempi. We do have to change the evaluation of the hand, though. 2 outs now.
Can't call that. 3 so
3
is
so is
passed.
safe. 110 is pretty safe here. Like, it deals in, you're just really sad.
I think you have to cheat that.
That is tempi if it's taken. Oh, that should just be a slam.
You have to slam even if you drop
I
the
think you
door.
have to slam it. This 4
Yep.
already came out, so I just throw it. This 8 pin is horrible, but what else do you do? Throws the 2. Oh, there's the 2 across the way. Gonna hold it back.
4 7-mon is pretty dead. 1 2 3
It's
4
not
5
terrible,
6.
actually.
No, 4 7-mon is like 1 left in the wall.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 left.
Oh, 2 left.
This is
No, no,
tempi on the
no,
right.
Noelle has 1 in her hand, so it's 1 left.
Chi.
Oh, it's gonna be a shift.
Oh, but
Sumo
Sumo's
McGee gives Noelle the
Wow!
sumo. Would have dealt it instead, but it's going to be a sumo. Noelle into the positives now. Max is kicking himself, I'm sure.
This is a good high buy.
Yet again, Noelle sinks a bit in the first 7 rounds, but gets to South 4 and starts hitting things. 35,500, pretty solid second place here. Has a Pinfu hand at 678 Sanjogu and a Dora on the right. Pinfu hand, pretty good. Across the way, Tanyao, pretty good hand there as well. Would love to connect to that Faiso. Out on the left, meh. AB, who needs the hand more than anyone else at the table, is getting nothing.
Okay, Noelle. You just need to win like 2. Yeah, okay, Noelle. Good draws, good draws. I don't like that too much. But come on, Noelle. You can do this.
That was a pretty wide Ishunten on the right. It wasn't Tempai, but it's still a reasonable hand, especially you get that 5-so. 1-mon pair up on the left, but that hand is just so bad.
Home.
Might see a here, just brute force the Tanya. That is the play. Has 2 Dora, so there's not really a reason not to.
Barry on the right here, he really wants that 5-so. 5-so is
No
like...
kidding.
Because I'm thinking about this. Is he allowed to Richi if he doesn't get... If he draws like 9-mon or something like that?
Well, yes, because of the Holma. Richu Sumo is enough.
Ah.
But you do have to consider passing roll. You don't have to, but you have to at least think about it at this point. Well, now it's just Tanya, unless you draw the 9. So it's Dora or Tanya, the super different value in that hand, potentially. Ooh, 678 Sanjigo looking very good for Noelle. Should just be 2 on here. It has to be the 2. What else are you cutting? 7. Blocking the shape in.
Sure.
I don't like it. I don't think it's 2 just does anything in this hand. Turns out it actually holds it back from Max, but now because the 2 didn't come out, Max got a chance to draw in, and now pretty wide. Is that Ishunten? Yes, it is.
Yes. Doesn't want the 3-6 pin because he killed off his own side, so he's probably no drop 2-mon pull
There's
and
Senpai.
take Tempai.
This is a 4-pin, 6-mon wait. Ooh, it's a super wide Ishunten. Would love to just pair the Dora up. Oh, there's our Tempai on the right. Oh, but there's the Sumo. Shuts it down. Tanya Dora 2 doesn't knock Noelle under, but does end the hand with a nice little win. Tanya Dora 2. Max again ends up in first place, 37.1. Noelle again ends up in second place with a very strong South 4 coming back and ending positive at 8.4. Barry again ends third place, starting at a pretty good position, South 4, and just watching as Noelle picks up a bunch of points, minus 9.4, and Amy again in last place and got nothing. Amy kind of dropping down a bit now. Was really competing for the championship. It's going to be down around maybe plus 10 or 12 or so. And there we see it. Max on the climb, but still a way to go. Barry losing some ground compared to how things started out, but gets a reasonable expectation, I guess.
This drama. Wow. It is amazing to see Noel just climb back, like, even all the way up to second place positive.
All right. Well, I think with that, we're exhausted. More importantly, our streamer is exhausted, has to take care of a kid. Thank you, Garrick, for running the stream. So with that, I think we're just going to wrap up a little early. We'd like to go longer, but Nathaniel's the one who tries to run a little late. We would have started earlier, but there was only one game and they didn't start on time. So with that, we're just going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, and check out our socials at exclamation point socials. And yeah, we don't have any games left. So even if we did want to go, there wasn't anything to broadcast. So any closing thoughts, Dave?
I'm all the drama.
Noel and South 4. Noel did this to me at RNO as well. Was in just really bad shape, and then goes on a South 4 run to dominate the entire table thing. Started in a deep third place and ended up at like a plus 60 first place. So she definitely has the capability of doing this. Has not had the season, but definitely delivered on stream. And of course, Max with the solid play, getting the 2 firsts in those games. So with that, we hope to see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.